Take 3. What are you looking at me for? Do your
forget
intro.
It. Let's just start. You were supposed to count me down. Was
That's
you not?
what the whole 3, 2, 1 was. And you press record and you do your intro. What? I don't understand the...
He messed it up this time.
He did mess it up.
Okay.
All right, forget it.
Yeah, sure.
All right, I don't care. Well, just put some good music before we start. All right, everybody, we're back on the air. That's right. We May Rant is back on the air. You're here live here now with Angel. We got Randy. We got Heath.
Yes.
Episode 5.
We are back, baby. And let me tell you.
That's the other thing we have to mention.
What? Talk to me.
No, last time we didn't mention what episode it was. So
yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah,
I said episode 4.
I may have edited it out. No, I'm kidding. I don't remember it.
All right.
Wait, how do you know?
You had a whole intro.
Yeah. You just totally messed it up. Wait, here's a newsflash. Wait for episode 6. It'll be a better intro.
Yeah, right?
There we go. Listen, bottom line is this. Let's get right, I want to get right to the smack of what we're here. Because you know what? We had an opportunity to talk about the NBA Finals, but we got to talk about what we were talking about before we recorded.
All right.
And we were just like, why are we recording?
Yes.
So, and the dog knows.
It was a good discussion.
Okay, let me bring everybody up to speed. Again, we're in a round table. It's We May Rant. We're not professionals, but we're just regular guys here talking, and that's my dog Cody. He's acting up. Anyway.
He just knows we're recording.
Let's just be straight up honest. What happened was this. You guys came over where they were eating, and we were talking about going to see Wonder Woman, right? We're going to go see Wonder Woman. Okay.
Yes.
And I said, well, it's DC. It's DC. And you guys are like, huh?
Well, no. You said it's going to be great because it's DC.
It's
and
DC.
That's when I vomited.
Okay, because DC's awesome.
No.
Okay.
Their comics right now are killing Marvel. They're kicking Marvel's ass because the comic quality right now is out of this world. It's amazing. It's the best it's been in 6 years.
You know why, though? All kidding aside?
Why?
Because it's DC.
Oh, God.
Stop.
No, the reason is because they're letting the writers have a little bit more freedom than Marvel. Now, I'm not trying to shoot myself in the foot because I do want to write for Marvel one day, so I will say that Marvel is excellent. They're just not knocking it out of the park right now like DC is.
All right.
But when it comes to movies, you're insane.
All right, now...
Wait, no, that's mean. You're insane.
All right, let's go back. Because it all started when I said it. It all started when I said,
Oh,
Cody,
my God.
God, what's wrong with you today? Come here. Relax. Listen to us. All right. It all started when I said, you guys don't even like Suicide Squad, which is not even a Marvel or DC movie, right?
It's DC.
It's a DC
It was
movie?
DC movie?
Yes.
Even better.
No.
Even better.
It's awful.
How can
Terrible.
it be? Explain to me how it's awful. Let's start there. I'll give you the floor.
I'll start with everything.
Go ahead.
Everything about it, except for maybe Harley Quinn.
It was atrocious.
Yeah.
There was no point to the Joker being in the movie at all, right? And you brought up that Jared Leto's scenes were cut because
Well, he made sure to whine and bitch about that.
Well,
Yeah.
I understood, but still, if you're gonna cut those parts out of the movie.
Just cut him entirely.
Cut it entirely because there was no point in him being in the movie.
No.
So he exists in the movie to rescue Harley Quinn.
Well, first, let me make this point. I understand Joker is like a premier villain for you, but you have some of the best villains in comic book history. Why do you have to keep going back to the well with the Joker? You have so many other people, and you're never gonna top Heath Ledger.
But nobody's trying to compare them.
Everybody compared them.
But that's Hollywood. I wasn't comparing.
No, but plenty of people did. I just don't understand with so many great characters to choose from why you have to go back to the well. Because even in Gotham now, Joker's in it. And don't get me wrong, Cameron Monaghan is killing it. He's probably the best performance besides Heath Ledger for the Joker on the show Gotham right now. He's killing it.
Well, see, I don't watch Gotham,
but
so I don't
they're
know.
using a lot of the same method that Heath Ledger used when he did it.
Okay.
But my thing is, Jared Leto was god-awful. The character design was awful. His portrayal was awful. He just went way too over the top with it. And when you're going to cut 80% of the character's story out of it anyway, why bother keeping him in it at all? It doesn't make any sense.
I thought it was phenomenal. I think the movie was great. I think everybody in it was good. I thought the special effects was good. I was very entertained. I thought Harley Quinn was hot. I don't know what you guys are smoking. Let's go right into the real topic, though. Superman. This is how it started.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
I said, all right, Superman. We all agree that the
originals are great.
Our original, for the record, Christopher Reeve's original. Okay? That's because there's another guy, too.
I'll give you the first two.
But you can't,
First two?
to me, you can't use...
There was three, wasn't there?
You can't use that because there was no
first
comparable
two.
movies to Marvel. Marvel wasn't doing movies then.
But
So-
we're comparing Superman to Superman. There's 3 Supermans right now.
Right.
Okay, Christopher Reeves, bar none, best Superman.
Oh yeah, hands down.
Okay, the other guy, what's his name? I can't remember say his name.
Brandon Routh.
Brandon Routh. Let me tell you something. He looked like Christopher Reeves.
That's the only reason why he
sounded
got
like
it.
Christopher
That's the
Reeves.
only reason why he got it.
He was Christopher
But the whole
Reeves.
point was they were more worried about him sounding and looking like Christopher Reeves than actually having a good story.
The story was phenomenal.
The story was
crazy.
How do you figure?
Because
Okay, he left to go see Krypton.
There was supposed to be life left in Krypton.
Right, so he
went
left
home.
to go to Krypton.
Okay, yeah.
correct? But before that, he impregnated Lois.
No, you're
that's
wrong.
horrible.
No.
You're wrong.
What do you mean wrong?
What?
In part 2 of the original, they fell in love. He gave up being Superman to be with her. That's how that happened. He totally there was a crystal that allowed him to become human. He became human. When he got home, or he was coming back home from the ice sculpture, whatever you want to call it, the three villains showed up. Right, the 3 villains showed up.
Fortress of Solitude.
Okay, yeah, they all, Zod, all of them, they all
Then
showed
he
up.
got his powers back.
He had
Okay.
to get his powers back because they were going to take over the world.
Okay.
When he got his powers back, he realized that he had no other choice but to make a decision because they kidnapped Lois.
Yeah.
So he knew at that moment, if he was human, he couldn't protect her. He couldn't protect the world. So he had to give up the love of his life to be the hero. So he gave her a kiss, which gave her no
and that's
memory.
how you make babies.
No, but before that happened, when he became human, when he was human, they made love.
Yeah.
They had sex, right? And the baby, we never knew that there was a conceived child. Nobody knows about it until this movie.
Yeah, but the kid
That's
has
great.
powers, so.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. What's wrong with that?
But what does him being human have to do with any of that?
What are you talking about?
You're saying that they conceived because he was human.
No, I didn't say. I said he was human, and when he was human, he was able to have sex with her. So, I mean, that part I don't know. You want to get all scientific. I don't know what it...
You're the
No. I'm only telling you what the movie was. He became human,
Okay.
They had sex. Whether or not they could have had sex when he was Superman or not, it's just that's the way it fell in. No pun intended.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean?
That's
Nice, right?
Wow.
So, but I
Nice.
mean,
That
okay,
was
so
good.
that happens.
Okay.
So what's the problem with the storyline? He comes back. She's already taken.
No, this is my problem. You're assuming that this all took place. This never came out in the storyline or whatever.
What are you talking
that
about?
He had
No
sex
one-
with her.
no
Did you
one
not
while
watch
he was
Superman
human.
2?
While he was human.
Yes, they do. They show it.
Fine. So if
Superman 2, they show it.
Fine.
They're in bed. They're naked.
yeah, but
They
no
just got done.
no one's tying those movies together.
You're supposed to.
Yeah, but no one did. That's the
That's
problem.
not my fault
You-
that they don't know the history of Superman.
They should have just.
That's like saying
nobody-
Suicide Squad. That's like saying in Suicide Squad, I'm supposed to not be okay with Joker acting the way he's acting. To me, Joker was a psycho. So to me, this is how I looked at it. Honestly, when I looked at Joker, he could be anybody he wants. He's psychotic.
Yeah.
So because he's psychotic, he just chooses to be ghetto in this movie, I guess, if you want to
Yeah.
call it that. Who cares? He's a psychotic guy. He doesn't know who's who. So that doesn't bother me. I don't know. I don't know.
All right. First of all, the ending, right, where he's lifting that. Spoilers for a movie that's like 20 years old. When he's lifting that huge rock, that huge kryptonite crater or whatever it was,
When's this one? What's this one?
in the
At the
end
end-
of
at the
the
end of
Brandon
the
Routh
Routh.
one.
Yes.
A sliver of kryptonite puts him on his knees. He's lifting an entire fucking thing and flying into space with it. Like,
Well, if you notice, his hands he was starting.
I don't care.
So?
Like, a sliver puts him on his knees. Will lay him out.
It
And
wasn't
he's
a
lifting
sliver.
It was a hell of a lot more of a
Well,
sliver.
yes, but the
Is
other
what
one.
I'm saying.
The other one, it wasn't that he held it; he stabbed him with it.
No, that's
And he
not.
broke
that
it off.
whole rock.
All he
that
has
No,
whole
no, I know,
rock
but
was
I'm
all-
saying that
All he has to do is be in the room with it. That was
in
stupid.
part one, they
It-
put a chain on him, and he had somewhat power, but he not really, and he's
He
dull.
lifted a mountain.
I understand what you're saying.
He lifted a mountain of kryptonite. It was ridiculous.
I thought
All
it
right,
was
the
pretty-
only good part of that entire movie was the bullet flattening in his eye. That was it.
You're crazy.
That was the only good part.
Well, that's the best. Those were the best Superman movies. Anything after him sucks.
Yes.
Because this
Wow.
new Superman
We are in
does
agreement.
not look like the Superman.
No.
He doesn't act like the Superman. His suit
Now,
is
wait,
ugly.
wait.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna argue with you. I actually enjoyed watching the first Superman.
Wait,
Not the
new
Superman
first,
versus Batman.
the new first Superman.
the first
Man of
Superman,
Steel?
Man of Steel.
Okay.
I actually believe it. I actually liked the movie.
It's horrible.
Okay. Wait.
It's horrible.
Let me just. When Kevin Costner is standing there and a tornado is coming and he goes, no, don't save me, even though you can fly to me and get back to where you are before that girl drops a half an inch in the air. No, let this happen. Are you kidding me?
He was ready to die.
That's so stupid. He didn't have to.
But he was ready. That was the.
I didn't have a problem.
He knew that
I didn't
that
have
was
a
his
problem
time.
with Kevin
No,
Costner,
it's
by
dumb.
the way.
I didn't have a problem
he
with
was
that
great.
part of the story.
I think he was
The
good.
only-
He's no
the
John
only-
Schneider, but he was great.
Oh, well, of course.
The only thing I had a problem with the movie was the whole the character driven, okay, in the movie of Superman is glasses on, he's Clark Kent, glasses off, he's Superman.
Which is
okay?
so dumb.
Because
How is it dumb?
it's
glasses.
It's classic.
Do you not know who I am now?
Come on.
I just took my glasses off.
It's classic.
It has to be that way
it's
because the audience has to identify.
But it's I mean, it's forever ingrained in the
I
classic
understand that. It's just
comic
stupid.
realm. But in that whole movie, he had his, he didn't have glasses on. You know what I mean?
I got you.
He went at the end and put glasses on when he went to go work at the Daily Planet.
Right.
And he, now he's Clark Kent. You know what I mean? So my thing was, you kind of tweaked that a little bit.
Yeah.
And that was probably the only part that I had a problem with. As far as like the Kevin Costner, stuff
Come
like
on,
that.
My biggest
Zod, dude, Zod looked like an alien.
What?
Those suits.
He is an alien.
No, no. He looked like an idiot. Those suits were ugly.
The part of Man of Steel I liked was actually the beginning on Krypton. How they finally showed what happened.
That part is
that.
cool. Yes,
That was
the
cool.
storyline
With Russell Crowe.
about yes,
You
I'll
didn't
give
like
you that.
Yeah, but you didn't like the fight scenes where Superman was
No.
taking on
No.
the chick and
No, I
the
didn't.
muscle dude.
You know
at the
why?
same
You
time,
know
it
why
was
I didn't
that
like
was
it?
awesome.
It was fake looking.
Well, no, not even that. You
It
know
was
why I
fake
didn't
looking.
like it? Because Superman wouldn't let all these people in all these buildings die while he's fighting.
Exactly.
He would have been. If you're gonna have that, you should have given him the experience of having to try to hold these guys off while saving all these people's lives.
Heath, I like you
Like
again.
he should have. Well, I'm a writer. I know.
I
Like
like
I
you.
follow this stuff.
I like
Thank you
again.
But he should have. Superman would have fought while he was saving these lives. He would have been taking hits left and right. He would have been getting the crap pounded out of him while he's saving people from dying.
And that's what they were doing in part 1s and 2, especially 2 when he's facing all those guys. Every time they try to do something, he worried about the people rather than his own body.
Yeah,
he sacrificed his body. That's Superman.
They left out the entire core of Superman in that movie.
And as far as Lex
kills Zod
Luthor
at the end.
is concerned,
And he killed Zod.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
No, that was dumb.
But that's
That
the
was dumb.
part.
That
But
was
that's
dumb.
the part that that they were. I thought it was a good tweak because
how he killed somebody. He doesn't kill.
well, that made him a darker character than normal.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
just like
DC
his dark
feels like
suit.
because DC feels like their movies have to be dark in order to get anything,
All right. Well,
and that's why they all
Okay.
bomb until Wonder
all
Woman.
right. Batman Superman was terrible. I thought it was terrible.
I'm a diehard comic book fan.
And you're gonna and I'm not even gonna say it. And you probably loved it.
No, I'm not even gonna give it a comment because it was so bad.
Oh,
It
we're
doesn't
in
even
agreement.
deserve.
We're in agreement with
It
that
doesn't
one.
even deserve. Ben Affleck. That's all I gotta say. Not Batman. Okay, let's move on.
There's no point. There was
Period.
no point. But my thing
Period.
is, DC goes over the top.
I'd
There was
rather have
no
Val
point.
Kilmer.
There was no point of
Oh.
having.
I'd rather have Val Kilmer.
There was
That's
no
a
point of having Will Smith
I like Val Kilmer.
in Suicide Squad.
Why?
Him being Deadshot.
Why?
There's no point. Why? So you could spend $25 million to have him as a name in your movie. You didn't need him in that movie.
Well, you know what? I can understand what you're getting at. Yes, you're probably right. They could have casted somebody else. I'll give you
Well,
that.
how about spend the $25 million get a better writer to write the story?
Oh, here we go. again.
Don't even bring up the writer because they use the same writers for everything. They use David Goyer for almost.
You guys are
everything.
just. You guys gotta let it go.
What?
You gotta let it go.
Oh, you're talking about Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
That
there you
director, you know the movies that director did before that, like Fury with Brad Pitt. That was amazing.
Yeah, but Ben Affleck is Batman. It was just you don't need him. You didn't need him to be Batman.
No,
You could have had. They brought in that what is his name? The new Superman.
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill. All right, they brought him in. Did he act in some things? Yeah, but he never had like the star. The star role.
Oh, yeah, he
Okay.
was a star in a couple movies, but they didn't.
Right,
do
but
it.
nothing blockbuster worthy. You know what I mean? So still, right on a good day, a B actor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, my thing was, you didn't need an A star to play Batman.
No, you guys
Exactly.
you guys are missing the worst part. I have 2 words for you. Jesse Eisenberg.
Who's that?
As Lex Luthor? Are you kidding me?
Oh, he was horrible.
Are you kidding me?
Horrible.
As soon as I saw that casting, I was like, what are you doing? He plays a great, like, fast-talking, nerdy guy. That's his stick. All right? That's his stick, whatever it's called. You stick to that. Do that.
He would have been better as the Riddler.
Yeah, perfect for the Riddler.
Yes.
Lex Luthor? No. And how do you go from the original rumored casting for that was Bryan Cranston, who is amazing and would have killed it and would have been the only good reason to watch that movie, and go to Jesse Eisenberg?
Plus the fact that Lex Luthor is supposed to be older than Superman.
Yes.
Not look younger than him.
Listen, I'm with you on that one.
That is all casting.
I thought Kevin Spacey was a very good...
But my point...
After Gene Hackman, he was good.
That is all casting.
Tough to beat Gene
Who
Hackman.
did he...
Of course.
Like, how did Jesse Eisenberg go? How did the casting director go, that's my guy, I gotta get him as Lex Luthor?
Probably because they wanted to attract younger audience.
Dude, even Michael Rosenbaum from Smallville would have been a better choice. He was amazing as Lex Luthor.
He was good. He was good.
Really good.
Scary, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
I'll
did
give you
that role. He was perfect in it.
Hey, we're in agreement.
Yeah.
All right.
No, we've been agreeing a
Let's-
lot.
All right, can we end? Are we going with this debate?
We can end with that.
All right,
with
so
that.
we know now more than ever, Suicide Squad was a good movie.
No.
And Superman was a good movie except
No.
for the new ones.
What?
Okay, good.
No.
We're on agreement.
You.
You're
I need to read the definition
compared to
for agreement with you.
Yeah, but you're compared to the Marvel movies. You're saying Marvel movies suck.
No, I never said that. When did I play back the
You said DC movies are better than Marvel movies.
I did not say that. Play
You
that
said-
again.
No,
You told me.
Help me out.
You told me before this. Before we started. You said that Deadpool was awful.
No,
You said
hold
that
on. No,
Deadpool-
that's not what I said. I said Deadpool. The one thing I didn't like
No,
about
he
Deadpool,
said he liked Deadpool, but it was too
it
gory.
was too gory. It was too many F-bombs. I'm not a cursor, so I don't like it. I'm just not into that. So that was just way out of over the top for me. And plus, it was kind of like watching Van Wilder with
Dude,
a
that's
mask on.
because Ryan Reynolds has been Deadpool in every single movie
And I
he's been
understand
in.
that. I love Ryan Reynolds. I'm a Ryan Reynolds fan.
Which is why
but-
he pined to make
No, actually,
Deadpool the right
yeah,
movie.
he was Deadpool in every movie he's played except for X-Men or Wolverine Origins, where he played Deadpool, but it wasn't Deadpool because they took his mouth away from him and made him Baraka or whatever it is from Mortal Kombat, where they put these big metal things up his arms.
Okay.
They completely destroyed the character of Deadpool, which is another reason why he wanted this movie to happen, because he needed to make up for that horror.
Oh, there you
All
go.
right, and
There
I'll
you go.
answer what?
No, hold on. Another horrible DC movie was Green Lantern.
Yeah,
Absolutely
even he
terrible.
says that. Don't make the suit green.
I don't remember the movie. I saw it once, so there you go. I could tell you that.
Yeah.
Don't
So
see it.
Avengers, it's okay. It reminds me of Transformers. First one was good. Everything else is the same movie.
No, everybody
just
admitted
over and
the
over
second
again.
one wasn't nearly as good.
Iron Man, first one, phenomenal. The rest, junk.
I think the third was good, actually.
Boring as hell. Thor is the only movie I've ever liked. But again,
The next one's gonna
first
be amazing.
First two, great. How many were there?
There's going to be a third one coming out.
two.
Then
because
actually,
the
I take
third
it back.
one's coming
First
out.
one was good. Second one stunk. I'm waiting for the third.
I
I don't like the fact that they cut his hair, but whatever.
Guardians of the
There's gotta be a
Galaxy.
reason. First one was okay. I mean, I'm not into that
You're
kind of humor.
crazy!
I don't.
You're nuts.
I'm not. That's not the kind of humor I like.
That was amazing!
They
You're
tried to
nuts.
be funny, and when you try
They
to be
didn't
funny,
try, man.
he wasn't that funny.
They nailed it.
Wasn't that funny.
Second one,
I like
especially.
the raccoon.
First of all, all right, let me real quick about the second Guardians of the Galaxy movie, because a lot of people I've listened to literally every podcast, comic book wise, that's given a review on Guardians, and they've all missed this about the character of Drax, played by Bautista. All right, the reason he nailed it, and everybody's saying, oh, they made him too immature, etc. Blah, blah, blah. What they miss is the fact that after the first film, that character became a hero to people on the autistic spectrum, because of a lot of kids would see that movie and see themselves in him, because how he takes everything very literally, and he's very stoic. You know what I mean? He's not like his emotion. Like when he feels an emotion, he feels just that emotion.
So this
And
was designed to be
that
this way.
absolutely
Oh,
was
okay.
designed to
I
be
didn't
that
know
way.
that.
Because obviously they were playing to that, because
Well, now when you think about it,
he's
yes, it makes
so
sense.
he's so innocent in this movie. Everything he says is very literal. He says everything he thinks, and whenever she puts her hands on him, she's so overwhelmed with the emotions because that's all he feels at that time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Autistic people, they feel so much, but usually the problem is they can't convey what they're feeling.
Gotcha.
So they're overwhelmed. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
They don't have that way to express it. And when she touches him while he's discussing losing his family, she just starts basically crying. You know what I mean? So
This is part 1 or part 2?
Part 2. Then she touches him while he's laughing. She's laughing because it's so much joy. It's overwhelming.
Well, now I'm actually glad you told me that, because now when I watch it, I'm gonna have a better understanding of it, and I think I'll enjoy it more. Maybe I'll enjoy it more.
And Dave Bautista, he completely embraced it. He would go as Drax and to autistic children and and make their day basically. So when he portrays it in this movie and everybody says he's acting too immature, no, you have to take that into account that he's trying to do that for these people that don't have any other hero to look up to. You know what I mean? Now they have Drax.
That's deep.
Yeah, and he does an amazing job for a wrestler.
I was going to say he finally did something that's really good for a change.
But his comedic timing are amazing.
But even in the comic books, he's a dumb character,
quote unquote.
In the comics, but in the movie he's smarter in the movie than he portrays in the comic books.
Yes.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And in the comics, he's just a brute.
A brute, yeah.
But in this, he's got so many.
There's much more of a meaning to it. His character.
Right. His character's laugh out loud funny. Especially when you take into account the reason why he's playing the character that way. And then the way they just made sure they stuck to their guns is no pun intended because of the director's name. But he did a phenomenal job. And I listened to, out of maybe 20 podcasts, I think maybe one gave him credit where it was deserved, that he did an amazing job. Everybody else was like, oh, I didn't like the character, he's too immature, the things he was saying were completely chauvinistic, which is true, but you got to take into account it's like a 12-year-old kid saying these things.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
so now we're the second podcast that learned to nail the character.
Yeah, he did a phenomenal job.
Well,
so I just wanted that on the record.
I'm going to check it out, and then we'll revisit that.
Yeah.
Fair enough?
All right. No,
all right, so DC's better. Anyway, so listen, we can agree to disagree, but the bottom line is the movies are entertaining for those that are entertained by it. Let's say that, right? We'll go that route.
Except for Suicide Squad.
Yeah, okay. Talk about, here's a good segue. Suicide Squad. Right into the Cavaliers. Holy cow, Game 3?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Really? Come on.
We did kind of drop the ball on the last podcast.
Oh yeah, we're talking about the Game 1 and it was actually on.
Yeah, we're talking about it, but it's actually on.
I have stats for a particular player that I would like to say now, and you guys can tell me what the player's name is. All right,
Tristan Thompson.
Fourth quarter in Game 1 stats: 1 for 4, 2 points. Fourth quarter in Game 2 stats: 1 for 1. 2 points. Game 3 stats. Ready for this? 2 for 5 plus 2 free throws, 7 points. What player is that?
Okay, I have a cheat sheet here, so I don't want to. I would make
All right,
myself
so Randy,
look good,
what player is that?
So we'll give it to Randy.
11 points in 3 fourth quarters. What player is that?
Oh God, you're gonna bring up LeBron, aren't you?
Wow, look at that first guess.
You're gonna bring up LeBron.
I'm gonna bring up LeBron.
You know why? Because he's double and triple teamed.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
I watched these games.
Yes, he is.
No,
yes.
No. Okay. All right.
Wait.
Now you're pissing me off. No. This last game, Game 3, what was LeBron doing in the fourth quarter? Was he taking shots? No, he was passing the ball. And no, he was not double teamed. He passed to Kyrie. People. Because he doesn't take the shot. He will not take the shot. You tell me, I'll give you a list of 10 players, right? You tell me which one of these 10 is passing the ball in the fourth quarter.
Jordan.
No.
Passed the ball in the fourth quarter.
While you're looking up that stat,
Jordan passed the ball in the fourth quarter.
Let's talk about this.
But the difference is that the players around Jordan hit their shots. He passed, let's put it this way. If Corver would have hit that shot at the end of the game.
This is a horrible argument.
If he would have hit the game would have been over. Cavaliers would have won.
Okay, hold on. Let's bring people up to speed.
If he would have hit the shot.
No.
He passed to Kevin Love. Kevin Love missed the layup. Missed the layup.
Why is he passing the ball? These guys.
Why do you want him to drive into?
Because he
was doing it the whole game.
What are you talking about?
If you're going to talk about the last play of the game where he passed off, okay?
No.
He was one on one.
No, stop for a second. You're talking about driving the lane. This guy has owned that lane.
Yeah,
at least what I've been watching.
Whole series.
He's been owning it. When he wants to drive, you even argued that on the podcast. This dude drives the lane. He owns it.
Dude,
he owns it. Guess what? I didn't see nothing. And just to clarify real quick, let's talk about the fact that it was Game 3 of the finals. It's 3-0. Cavaliers are down 3-0.
I have a problem with. Okay, so if he's trying to make the people around him better, okay, by doing what he's doing, he gets credit for that, right? Or he doesn't get credit for that.
Dude, it's Game 3. You have to win.
You don't dominate a whole game and then pass the ball in the fourth quarter. You don't do it.
He did 39 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists.
Yeah, almost averaging triple-double.
Hold up. Cavaliers went 0 for 8 during a Warriors 11-0 run with 3 minutes and 84 seconds. They got it.
They literally dropped the ball.
They blew a 6-point lead.
LeBron started out 9 for 10.
LeBron should be on.
He started out 9 for 10. How do you control an entire game but not do anything in the fourth quarter? All right, look at this list of players. Let me just say the list: Jordan, Russell, Chamberlain, Nash, Bryant, Olajuwon, Duncan, O'Neal, Malone, and Westbrook. Any of those guys, Durant. Who's not wanting the ball in the fourth quarter? Any of those guys, they'd all want it. Every single time down the court, they'd want the ball. They want it on their backs. LeBron does not do that. As soon as he can pass the ball off, he does it. What did Durant do this game? Dribble down, nonchalant, boom, 3. Oh, I guess we won this game now. That's what LeBron does not have. He does not have that killer instinct, and he's shown it the last 3 games. Fourth quarter, how do you only have 11 points in 3 fourth quarters? How do you only shoot, what? The first fourth quarter, you only shoot 4 times? The second fourth quarter, you only shoot the ball 1 time? You're the best player on the damn court. How do you only shoot it 1 time in the fourth quarter and expect your team to win? I understand you're down by a lot, but you don't quit. But that's his problem. He's a quitter. He will not play when his team is down. He just gives up, and you have no argument because he only shot 1 time. And then you only shoot 5 times total in Game 3 when you need that game? You need the game. Why are you giving anybody else a shot? That should be on his back, on his shoulders. He should be the one that says, I want to win. We're either going to win with me or we're going to lose with me.
I think I'll agree to that. Like, as far as like taking control of the game, like he literally should have put it on his shoulders, saying, "Listen, they're going on a 6-0, 7-0 run right now. You know, they're getting to, we're going to get it tied up. Let me do what I do and take it over."
Exactly.
Okay, but my thing is that I just have a problem with. Okay, yeah, the killer instinct aspect of it. Okay, I get it. All right, it's that I think he's more concerned about what people think of him if he does the wrong thing, rather than doing what he should be doing, which automatically would be the right thing, is if he took over the game, right? I think what he does is he would rather make the smart basketball play in the end, okay? It might not be, but to him it is.
But, okay, you're LeBron. So, put yourself in LeBron's shoes. Do you want Kyle Korver taking that shot, or do you want you taking that shot? Honestly. You want to put Game 3 in Kyle Korver's hands with one of the last shots in the end of the game, or do you want it on you? Come on. Even if he wanted to drive to the lane and drive the foul, or draw the foul, they would have called it. They call every time he drives the lane.
Yeah, but the problem is he has had the worst season on the free throw line this year amongst any other years. Okay. So maybe he didn't want to go to the free throw line.
That's not what a great player has in their head.
But like I said, I think he's more concerned with making the smarter play, right? In the end, to him, whatever he thinks is the smarter play, okay? Which is dishing off to an open court. I mean, the shot was contested a little bit, but Korver had an open look at it, right? So this is the whole reason why Cavaliers got him, all right?
Yeah.
Is to be a shooter in clutch situations.
Another example then. Why do you want Kyrie taking that shot when he was 0 for 7 from three-point land for the game before that?
Why did the Knicks keep having John Starks shoot 2 for 18?
That's because
in
Pat
the
Riley
94
was an
series.
idiot. Well, we didn't have LeBron on that team. We had Patrick Ewing was our best player, and you're not going to be shooting threes with Patrick Ewing.
I don't know. Like I said, I just, that's what I think is the whole problem with LeBron.
See, that's what he needs to stop thinking, because all anybody cares about is that W. They don't care how he gets it.
No, but to him, you know what I mean? How many times do people bring up, oh, you went, how many finals? You lost this many finals, and they keep, comparing him to Jordan and stuff like that.
You know why? Because people
he puts himself on a part, okay, where he gets criticized no matter what he does, right? So what he does in the back of his mind, I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
I'm listening.
Okay, is that he just tries to make the smart play, okay, at the end of the game, right? That's it. If Korver hits that shot, oh my God, LeBron's one of the best play. He makes people around him better. They won Game 3 because he passed and he hit the shot. Oh come on! If Korver hit that shot, we would be having a whole different conversation.
No, I would still be saying, why is LeBron afraid to take those shots?
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't say that.
That's my argument.
If Korver hit that shot at the end of Game 3, we would be like, oh, you know what? He's making the people around him better.
No,
I wouldn't say that. I would just say, he had open look. He passed it. That's it. But my theory is, growing up, I've always believed that when it came down to the last minute or whatever, you go to the player that can score. And I thought LeBron was that guy.
Yeah.
What I saw last night, okay, was a guy that was just, I don't want to say he was scared to take a shot. I don't know what he was thinking.
He absolutely
But what I am saying is, I'm seeing a guy looking for opportunities to dish the ball out. Yes, there were some great passes, but he was not double-teamed, especially in those last 4 minutes.
He wasn't,
and neither was Kevin Durant.
Yeah, but he wasn't double-teamed in that sense.
And he took a shot.
Yeah,
he took a three.
Yep.
Durant
just dribbled it right up like it was nothing.
The last play, Durant was about to come and aid in the defense. Okay, he was on his way. LeBron would have had to go drive the lane. He would have had to drive through the first defender, and then Durant would have been there, right? So he would have had to go through him as well, right? So what did he do? He passed the ball off, right? Jordan did the same thing.
You're talking about one play.
All right, but that's the play.
But your argument holds no weight, because you can't say that LeBron's trying to do the smart thing, because how the hell is the smart thing LeBron James taking one shot in the fourth quarter? How is that the smart thing? How is the greatest player on that court, which he is, I'll give you that. He's the best player on that court. But how is that the smart basketball choice? The best player taking one shot in the entire fourth quarter. 15 minutes of basketball. One shot. That's ridiculous. That is not wanting to win. That is not trying to take your team to the championship. That's not the smart choice.
Can I say one thing though? And I'm trying to defend you on this one, Randy. Let's just say hypothetically, which I don't believe it's going to happen, and I think you would agree with me on this, Heath. Let's say LeBron took the last 5 shots and missed them all. Then what would we be saying?
You're saying the best
I'm just
guy?
I'm just saying.
I honestly, I would say the best guy on the team wanted it on his shoulders, which is what you're supposed to be able to say about these guys.
See?
You're supposed to say these guys, if
I would have said, see, I'm not a big historical basketball fan. I would have said, why didn't he pass the ball?
No, see, my thing is, as a point guard...
I'm just saying, so I guess I can see his point and yours.
As a point guard, who am I going to go to?
Is that
LeBron.
You know what? Okay, so he's not taking he's taking one shot in the fourth quarter. I'm putting that aside, right? Okay. Jordan passed off to Steve Kerr. Kerr hit the winning shot. Jordan passed off to Paxson. He hit the winning shot.
Those are drawn up plays.
Okay. My thing is that these guys they hit the shot. The players around him are better than the players that LeBron has around him.
But everybody knew that. But
you just said
everybody knew that Jordan wanted the ball.
You said Steve Kerr's better than Kyrie Irving.
No. I didn't say he's better than Kyrie.
You just said they're better around him.
The players that took the last shot of the game are better than Kyle Korver. Paxton wasn't better than Kyle Korver.
No.
Oh, please.
See, John Paxson only had a 3-point shot when it was drawn up for him.
Korver has.
Okay, but Kyrie Irving also
dunked
missed.
The other night.
Kyrie Irving also missed. Kevin Love also missed. These are all-star players. They're a hell of a lot better than Steve Kerr and John Paxson.
I didn't say he was better. I didn't say. All I said was Paxson was a better shot than Kyle Korver.
I don't think LeBron James lost that game last night for the team. I think they choked at the end because every single one of them didn't make a shot. Love missed. Kyrie missed. Culver missed.
They can't.
LeBron
fact
missed.
of the matter is,
they worked exhausted.
Bottom line,
they were
exhausted. Tired. Every one of them were tired.
Tell me this.
Okay? They tried to run with Golden State. They tried to play their game, and they came up short.
That I'll say.
Golden State.
I'll give you that.
Golden State, okay, is the best team, okay, in the NBA.
Whoa.
And they're going to be the best team in the NBA for the next 2 or 3 years.
There's no argument.
This is a problem.
Durant's taking a paycheck next year. There's no argument.
This is going to be a problem, okay? Because
no one's going to want to watch the NBA.
Why? The books already came out. They're already the favorite to win next year.
Yeah. Nobody's going to watch. No one's going to want to watch.
Why even go through the regular season?
Hey, this is what they allowed it. They allowed this.
That's why my rant the other day that you have to stop this. You can't let these teams stack on top of stacks. You can't do it. Who's going to care about watching the NBA in 3 years when every final is Cavs versus Warriors? Who wants to watch that?
Okay, well, let's somewhat segue from the finals to what I'm hearing a lot now. We're on Game 4 now, right? Uh-huh. This is a possibility of a sweep, which would be devastating, obviously, to the Cavaliers, especially LeBron.
The first team ever, I think, to go without a loss.
Yes,
in the entire playoffs.
They're 1 game away from pulling off, and I'm quoting here, 1 game away from pulling off a complete sweep of the NBA playoffs, which has never been done.
It's unbelievable.
Okay, now, I don't think that's going to happen because, based on what I was researching, this is a rant that's probably going to cause a lot of controversy, but I'll be the one to say it. This is where I think the NBA is rigged.
Oh yeah, it'll go 7 games.
I think it's going 6, and I think that if you look at the stats of what they tend to lose if it is a sweep, they're saying the NBA officials are upset about this right now because they're set to lose over $22 million. Yeah. If this goes only 4 games.
It's going at least
per
6.
game.
More than that.
If
it doubles as it goes up to 5, 6, and 7. So potentially $22 million right now if a sweep happens.
I'm all about conspiracy theory. Okay, so my thing is,
it happened last year's playoffs.
Watch the calls this game, this Game 4.
And by the way, that's Friday on ABC at 9 o'clock. I think it is. Yep.
All right, so just watch the calls. Watch them fall more towards the Cavs side that they weren't getting calls for in Game 2 or 3 or whatever. Watch what happens in Game 4 because I think what's going to happen is
hold up.
the Cavs are going to get.
What do you mean they weren't getting called? They were getting a lot of calls last night. The Cavaliers.
It's going to be a lot more ticky tack calls are going to be called in this game than any other game.
Well, you also have to take into account that this is the sport that has the most recent controversy as far as games being fixed. With the refs that were caught betting against the games or against the spread in the games that they were refereeing. They were the ones that were making the foul calls that were changing the course of the game. And that's what happens with these playoff games. They don't want sweeps.
Yeah.
They want these. See, the problem is when you start having sweeps and everything is so dominating as far as one team over another, the TV networks that are giving the NBA these ridiculous amounts of money each year start seeing like, well, if you're ABC or NBC or whatever it's on, why are you going to give the NBA $25 million to make sure that you're the one that carries the finals if half the finals aren't going to get played?
All right.
So they're not going to be looking at these contracts anymore. That's not just per game this year. I'm talking about yearly.
All right, so let's get to predictions here. Will there be a Game 5?
Absolutely.
Randy?
I'm probably going to go on the other end. I'm probably going to say no. Only reason why is you can try your hardest to fix as many games as possible, but if Golden State is not on your side, is not on your board, as far as like letting this go another game or whatever, secretly, you ain't going to stop them taking 20, 22, 23 3-point shots.
Well, you have to take into account that they're the home team. They're going to have a Game 7 there. You know how much money that team's looking at losing if there's not a Game 7?
I don't know. I think we're going to see the sweep. I think we're going to actually see the first team ever to go, without a loss in the playoffs.
The only reason that would happen is because that's marketable too.
So I just think that just Golden State is just too good.
All right, let's do this. Let's play 2 scenarios. Game 4. Minute and a half left to play. Mm-hmm. Warriors up by 2.
Yeah.
Possession. Cavaliers.
Okay.
Who takes the last shot?
Not LeBron.
I think with all the criticism he's getting now, I think he's going to.
Will he make it?
Depends on the kind of shot. If he was smart,
watch, he gets fouled and then he misses both free throws.
If he was smart, he'd drive to the lane. You're gonna get hit or you're gonna make the shot. But you've owned that lane your entire career, not even just this series. You've owned that lane. You're 6'8", 200 whatever pounds. No one is stopping you. The only way they're gonna stop you is by fouling you.
Okay.
That's it.
LeBron James loses the Cavaliers. Let's say it this way: the Cavaliers get swept.
Mm-hmm.
What does that say for LeBron James' career and legacy?
It's gonna. I mean, what he'll be 3-4 or 3-5 in the finals.
It's gonna hurt his legacy, but he's gonna. How many more? He's got a lot more years to make up for it.
Will LeBron stay as a Cavalier?
See, that's the thing. That's what it's irritating to me. Will he stay as a Cavalier or will he leave? But this is why he's gonna stay, and this is what is gonna doom the NBA. They're already talking about trading for Cousins, DeMarcus Cousins, in the offseason. So you're gonna have another All-Star on the damn team. It's ridiculous. It's going to be Golden State and the Cavaliers for the next 3-4 years straight. Who the hell wants to watch that? Why are you going to root for your team?
Yeah.
Well, you're Milwaukee. You're going to go root for them knowing that they have no shot?
History is doomed to repeat itself. How many times did LA and Boston go at it back and forth?
But that wasn't because wasn't because they stacked a team. That was because everything else, all the other teams were either their players were just coming up like Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, these type of guys.
The teams weren't good enough yet.
Yeah, but they weren't stacked.
They weren't stacked.
You had this is deliberate. This is deliberate championship.
You're talking.
You know what I mean? They're going for like Kevin Durant. This just didn't go to Golden State because he went with them because they were the most obvious choice to get a ring.
But my point is that LA and Boston, that was the finals every year.
But that was just.
Yeah, but that's because they
look at the players though. Look at
they had the best players.
Yeah, but they didn't.
Different.
LA had Magic Johnson and old ass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and James Worthy. Boston had Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, and Robert Parrish. You're not talking these guys had amazing players. They just happened to be the best coached teams. Pat Riley was a great coach at the time. The guy coaching Celtics was a great coach at the time. They had good role players. They knew how to build the team around the All-Stars that they had.
They were the best teams in the NBA.
Yeah, but it wasn't stacked All-Stars on top of All-Stars.
I didn't say that. I didn't say they were stacked All-Stars. I said they were the best teams at the time.
Let's put it this way. We're talking about two different eras. In the era that we're talking about now, the teams are stacked.
Yeah, that's the problem.
The era where he's talking about, Randy, is that it was the best of what they had at that time.
But
they weren't stacked. I
get what you're saying. But at that time, you could still be a Detroit Pistons fan and know that you have a future because you got Isaiah Thomas and Joe.
Everybody had a shot. Is what you're saying.
Everybody had three great players on their team.
I agree.
You know what I mean, and at least your team was fun to watch back then.
Yeah.
Now, your team has a couple of rookies you know you're going to lose anyway because they're not going to stay there. You know what I mean? Because what's the point? No one even stays for money anymore. Everybody just wants to go to that team that's stacked to get the championship. That's it.
All right, let's reverse the roles here. We'll lay off of LeBron for a second. Sweep happens. What does this do marketing-wise for Golden State Warriors, especially Stephen Curry? Excuse me.
Well, Durant already said he'd willing to take a pay cut to keep the team together, and probably add another piece. So, Randy said it. You've already mapped out the finals for the next 3 years. Like, if they get DeMarcus Cousins in Cleveland, and maybe they give up Kevin Love, but I think Cousins is better anyway. But either way, you're going to have 3 or 4 All-Stars on the Cavs. You're going to have 3 or 4 All-Stars on the Warriors. And where are the rest of these players?
Okay.
Especially
there was also a rumor out that Kevin Love being traded to New York.
I don't want him.
He's got bad knees.
I don't want him. He's
for your favorite player.
Who? Porzingis?
No.
Porzingis.
Oh, Carmelo?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take Kevin Love's bad knees if I get rid of Melo. Sure. Then let Kevin Love retire right after the trade's done.
Carmelo for Kevin Love. Yep, that's the rumor.
Dude, all right, who's MVP
of what?
Of this series?
This series?
Yes.
Durant.
Give me one
Hands
MVP
down.
from each team.
Durant and Durant. You're gonna make me say no. All right, LeBron is the MVP.
Kyrie has been pretty good. I mean, he's had
No,
one good game.
he had one good. He had one good game.
But that was a phenomenal game.
See, my thing is, I would like. Obviously, LeBron is almost averaging a triple-double. He's obviously been the MVP for the Cavs.
Understandable.
But I can't give MVP to a player that doesn't show up in the most important quarter each game. I can't. You're supposed to be one of the top. I
was sitting there, and again, and I want to be fair. I fell asleep, but I got to watch the at 5 a.m. I got to watch the replay. I didn't check my stats. I didn't know who won. I'm watching it, and I was waiting for LeBron to mess up because obviously I'm rooting for the Golden State Warriors. I'm waiting for him to drop something. I was stunned that he never took that shot. That's all I'm saying. So I was like, why is he passing a lot?
I get passing it once. Okay, pass it twice. He passed it like 3, 4, 5 times.
And some of them are good passes, and they didn't execute.
It's fine.
Right.
But you have to, at some point, you got to say, this is my team. I'm the one that's going to get all the shit if we don't win. Because he is, unfairly or fairly, whatever. But he knows it's on him.
All right, let's do this.
How do you not take any shots?
If it was Dwayne Wade instead of LeBron, would he have taken the shot?
I have a great example for Dwayne Wade.
Okay.
Before LeBron went to Miami because he needed 2 other All-Stars to win, Dwayne Wade won with an old-ass Shaquille O'Neal. And that's all he had. That's it. And he took that team and won.
Hey, Gary Payton.
Yeah, old-ass Gary Payton. He had 60-year-old Shaq and 50-year-old Gary Payton. All right, but still,
I'm just happy GP got a ring.
But you're talking about Dwayne Wade did it on his own. He really did. Like, Shaquille's going to get his 20 points.
I mean, LeBron's carried this team, too, to a certain extent. I mean, he's got a good squad. I mean, he's got
a far superior squad.
Well, of course, you can't compare. I mean, it's not like, let's put it this way. You put LeBron James on the New York Knicks, and if the Knicks went to the NBA Finals, then I'll say LeBron took the team.
Yeah.
Because I don't see the Knicks ever going to the championship in our lifetime. Yeah, you can take him. I didn't even know he played for the Knicks. He plays for the Knicks?
I heard,
yeah. All right. Well, listen.
All right.
Predictions.
Here. Just a little sample to debate. The '98 Bulls versus the Golden State Warriors. Right now,
could not bet against Jordan.
I couldn't bet against Jordan either.
And Dennis Rodman would shut down Durant.
I could never ever bet against Jordan.
The two best teams.
It's just something about Jordan, man. I'm sorry.
Head to head.
It's just something about Jordan.
Think about it.
I can't.
Well, no,
I can't.
right.
I can't.
Put it this way.
I can't agree.
Thompson is not doing anything against Michael Jordan. Nothing. First of all, he's got to chase him around on defense. Yeah, okay. And then he's going to get a shot off of Jordan? No. He's exhausted now.
Yeah, but Klay Thompson is the number 3 on the team.
Okay,
anyway,
fine.
So.
You've got either Scottie Pippen or Rodman shutting down Durant? Absolutely. He's going to get his 20-something points, but he's not dropping over 30, I guarantee you. And
that's a great debate. It's a great debate. I don't think anybody's brought that up. That's an amazing debate.
Oh, of course.
But I go back to what I said on the podcast about George Carl. What's his name? Not Carl. Oh my God, he was the manager of
George Carl.
Yeah, he was the manager of the Sonics at one time. Yeah. Okay, he's the one that I quoted without saying his name. You'll have to cut the heart out of Michael Jordan before he loses an NBA final.
He does not lose in the finals.
He is when the finals are on. That is all Jordan. That is all heart.
That's the other thing.
Because he's on another. He's on another level.
He has that drive to win. He will not lose.
As a Knicks fan, we know that. Come on, we felt this pain,
dude. That's another thing. Everybody's saying, well, LeBron's not doing anything in the fourth quarter because he's exhausted. Fine. Then go back to Michael Jordan. He dropped 40-something points when he had the flu in Game 7.
Oh, yeah.
He was dying, could barely walk. He was getting fluids every time he went to the bench. But you're gonna throw, LeBron's tired at me? That's not a valid argument.
Yeah.
You don't have that championship killer instinct.
Like you said, I think they got tired of running with Golden State. It's Golden State.
No, they looked tired. They looked old. They looked old at the end.
It's Golden State's game. They've been playing it all year long. You know what I mean? They know how to run a fast-paced offense. And
I got to be honest, though, man. It's fun. They're fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
They are fun to watch.
You knew that first. You knew as soon as Durant went there, they were going to be insane to watch.
These three-pointers are dropping 8 feet from the line?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, my God. When he throws up a three.
Who, Curry or Durant?
In any one of them. I always go, that's going in. I never said in and out. I always go, oh, that's going in. and swish.
Well, what, Curry made something like 77 straight in practice or something like that?
That's insane.
I would love to have seen. I'd love to have seen this Warriors team against that Bulls team, or
you can do it on NBA Live.
There you go.
Or the Spurs team, like
with Robinson?
7-8 years ago when Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan were all in their prime, and they were a good squad too, and Bowen's defense and stuff like that. So
listen. Yeah. The bottom line is NBA Finals are going to be good. I cannot wait to follow up and see how this ends. And when we come back on the air, it's either going to be sweep or here we go again, another extended NBA Finals.
Nobody wants to sweep more than I do.
Let's do this real quick so we can end this discussion and move on to something I think we should definitely bring up, which is very big news about Bob Stoops. He's a college, a manager that's actually retiring after so many years of winning. I got to research it. It's a really phenomenal story, and I actually got a little bit of some stuff here I want to read out to you guys. I think it's really interesting. But real quick, predictions right here, right now. How's this going to end? Randy, you're up. Cavaliers, Golden State.
I think Golden State's just going to sweep them. I think it's going to end.
Let's say Warriors in 7.
Really? I'm going to stick to my prediction that I said Warriors in 6.
See, that's the thing. I don't think the Warriors... I think the Warriors would rather have that money from Game 7, from going back home. Like,
that's sad if that's true, though,
You're talking about You're talking about a lot of money you're leaving. You know what I mean? And how many playoffs now, when it never used to happen? Like, before, back in the day, you used to get up 3 games and it was no shot. It was over. The percentages were ridiculous. Now, lately, even going back to baseball, with the Yankees and Boston coming back that year, it's just, now it's a lot easier to do all of a sudden. All of a sudden, it's a lot easier to come back from 3-0.
That was a great year, by the way. It's phenomenal.
God.
That was an amazing year.
The
One day I'll have to tell you that story.
You're talking, if it's going to go to Game 7, you're saying that the Cavaliers are going to beat the Warriors 3 straight games?
If it goes 7 games, LeBron is going to win.
No, you're crazy.
It will go. Yes, it will.
If
and you know why? You know why I'm going to say that? I'm not. I'm not a LeBron fan. Let me tell you why. Because it will be a better story.
No,
and that's why
it'll be a horrible story.
Well, it will be a better story on paper.
No, Durant deserves a ring.
But I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the rigged version.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
No, the only reason it'll go 7 games is if the Warriors are like, okay, we'll play along. If it goes 7, LeBron is not winning shit. If it goes 7,
Durant deserves.
First of all, if it goes 7 games, if he does go 7 games and LeBron wins, there's going to be a lot of haters too, though.
Durant deserves a ring because he made Oklahoma an actual thing.
I would have loved to have seen him stay in Oklahoma and try to.
They didn't like each other. They were talking about that. Westbrook and him. They did not like each other.
They almost beat the Golden State Warriors that year. So.
I know, and that was a great series too.
Westbrook will end up in L.A.
You think so?
After next year, anyway. Oh yeah, he's not staying in Oklahoma for long term.
Yeah, well,
but all right.
No, we could go on about it, guys. If you're feeling it, go.
No, we're good. I just don't. There's no way LeBron's winning. If it goes 7, the Warriors are going to score like 160 points to like 80. I'm just telling you right now.
But who's to say that it's not possible though? That 7 games and now you're going to think I'm being a jerk. I'm not. Any sport. I'm not going to say baseball because then you think I'm making fun of the Yankees, which I'm not going to.
You've already just done it.
Yeah. No. I really no. I mean this sincerely. I think any sport when you're the pressure, let's put it this way. The pressure right now is on the Golden State Warriors.
No.
It is on the Golden State Warriors.
No, man.
It is. No. Let me tell you why. Because even though they're dominating, you have to shut it down. And any player that you've ever heard an interview with, players that have lost series from being up 3-0, from being down 3-1, whatever, the pressure is trying to close out. It is just as hard to get that final game
any other year
as it is to get the first game.
Every other year, I'd agree with you. Every other playoff, I'd agree with you. But a team that has yet to lose in the playoffs is not feeling pressure at all.
You don't think so?
No. They know how
would you think they would react after if they got a loss?
If they lose, then they might swing another way. Then the next game might have a lot more pressure. But right now, they're feeling unbeatable.
Okay, so let's just say that Game 4, LeBron wins. LeBron and the Cavaliers win. All right, we're on game 5.
That's what gives you that swing because they got that emotional swing.
Okay, so
You know what I
game
mean?
5, and let's say it's a game 5. Who wins that?
I picked in 7 Warriors, so obviously I'm giving Cleveland.
Okay, I don't know.
If there's a fix, which all of us agree there could easily be with how much money is being left on the plate, that if there's a fix, it'll be obvious because, all right, yes, this last game was close, but Cleveland is so outmatched.
What are the chances?
Outmatched.
What are the chances of Oklahoma blowing them out game 4?
You mean Cleveland?
You mean?
I said Oklahoma, didn't I?
Yeah. Who are you talking?
I meant Golden State. Golden State blowing them out in game 4.
That would be amazing.
That would be you would say that. I agree with you, but I don't want to see a blowout. But I'm just saying.
One reason that could happen is if LeBron is as tired as everybody's saying he is. I could easily see them blowing him out in game 4.
But that means
horrible though for him.
Yeah, it would.
That means you're telling Golden State to dial it back. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm just saying, like they come out and they just blow them out of the water.
You're so used to seeing them run and shoot and I mean, like God, they get so many shots off in a game. It's like you're asking them to like dial it back.
It's like the Suns under D'Antoni.
I feel like I'm watching an NBA Sega Genesis game where we just always take a 3.
Yeah, when you're playing as the team
that's
killing them. Yeah.
I'm watching the game and I'm like, I feel like I'm playing and I'm like 3, 3, 3.
Because you've got it on rookie and you know the
circle
the
R1
release point.
Circle R1 triangle.
You're making your guy up to like 99. You know everything's at 99. Oh my gosh!
R1 and triangle was alley-oop, right?
I don't remember, man.
It's L1 and
L1.
Well, that's
L1
PlayStation. I do Xbox now, so I don't know.
That
Oh
thing.
God! Oh, that's a debate we're gonna
There we
have.
go. PlayStation versus Xbox.
No.
Both systems are good.
Yeah, they both have their merits.
They have their. It's hard. You can't compare.
The only thing I have with Xbox is a controller. That's it. But that's
what is it with the controller? It's just what is wrong with it?
It's like some alien designed it.
It's a controller. They're not supposed to be.
It's not a controller. It's got like weird buttons it doesn't need.
Like what?
What's with the extra little hang piece? Like I don't know.
PlayStation has the same setup.
No, it doesn't.
They have bumpers.
I don't even know what that means.
Okay, the top buttons on the
all right,
this.
No, that's
I can't.
fine.
This is where I'm radio. I can't show the audience.
Yeah.
Okay, the same thing.
All right.
No. You have no defense on that.
Yeah, I do. I hate the controllers.
But they're the same.
First of all, the analogs...
You have to get used to it.
The analogs feel cheap as hell.
But it's the same.
You got to get used to it. That's all. To me, I play both. So, I mean, to me...
I have a PS3.
I didn't like the Xbox controller in the beginning, but if you're playing with it, you're playing the game or whatever...
That didn't sound right.
If you're playing
play with it, Randy. Play with it. Go ahead, play with it.
All right. All right.
Up, down, left, right.
Well, you're reading it.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, come on with this again.
All right, you hesitated when I said Bob Stoops. Have you know who Bob Stoops is? You guys know? Really?
It's the I know he's retired.
Longest tenured coach in college football. He steps down after 18 seasons with Oklahoma Sooners. 18 seasons. You don't see. I only brought this up because you don't really see managers last that long.
Well, I think
coaches. I should say.
I think the longest tenured coach, not in football, basketball, is Popovich. I think Popovich.
Yeah, he's got to be right there. He's got to be up there.
I know he's
a long time.
I think he's approaching 20 seasons.
Really?
I think so. I think he's getting up. It's like 17, 18, something like that.
I don't know. All I know is that between like managers and players, I'm seeing more.
But I think like the next coach, it's like not even close.
No, not at all. Well, I think they said in all sports.
Yeah.
You got Popovich is one of them. What's his name? Belichick.
Right.
Is up there. I don't think he's even close to Popovich, or he's got to be around that.
Well, he was. What was? When did Belichick?
He's up there. He's over 14.
Wasn't he 2001? Wasn't he?
2000, wasn't it? So he's got to be 16.
Up there,
See,
yeah.
it's. I know that they were in the same league.
All right.
I don't know. Did you watch? What's this guy's name on ESPN? Oh my God, this guy drives me off the wall. He's got the biggest mouth. Oh God, I forget his name. What's his name?
Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, did you see his rant?
He's awful. I can't stand him.
How is this guy on the air?
I think it was like episode 2 or whatever.
He's so annoying.
I said his metaphors are absolutely atrocious. I can't even.
I couldn't stomach him.
You just took the words right out of him. I can't stomach him. I can't take his arguments are awful and
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah. But not even that.
He was talking about LeBron.
But not even
and he
that.
said that if
but
LeBron
he's
doesn't win, then his career is pretty much done. It's a lock.
All right, I think it's a pretty safe bet that everyone that listens to this knows I don't like LeBron, and that's just a ludicrous statement. I don't agree with him being in the top 10 of my.
We're back to this?
No, but I'm just saying, like, you can't sit there and say that a guy that perennially gets his team to the finals, his career is kaput because he doesn't win it. When you're facing a team that broke the record for the most wins in a season and has gone undefeated in the playoffs, you just can't say that.
I still take Larry Bird over him. At least my Sega Genesis is Larry Bird.
3! Bubble Bibble.
No, but I was talking about this guy, man, Stephen A. Smith. He is. I tried to listen to him a little bit, and I was like, I can't do it. Maybe that's not something I should be dogging out. He's a fellow, announcer.
Well, we're
and
not
analyst.
professional. That's
We're
our
not
point.
professionals.
Even better.
And neither is
and
he.
He stinks.
Neither is
Yeah,
he. He's
yeah.
not professional either.
Oh,
Because
he's
if you try
horrible.
to get into a discussion with him, he goes right to schoolyard bullying, just throwing names, and he doesn't argue intelligently. Like it's just starts demeaning you because he doesn't have anything to back up his facts. So
Right.
nah, I'm
Well,
not a fan.
I think it's a safe bet that we've run its course tonight. I think we talked a lot
You didn't do
about
Stoops.
no, we did. It was just a brief statement.
Oh, all right.
It wasn't enough. I'm talking about the NBA.
Oh, all right.
We're done with NBA talk. No, you think I'm ending the show?
No, I was like,
We're
whoa,
not ending the
whoa,
show.
whoa.
No, we gotta get out of the NBA. But I'm just to wrap it up. I think that it all depends on it's all going to depend on the first quarter of Game 4. I think the first quarter is going to dictate how this game is going to go. And if I see the same type of play that they've been playing out of Golden State, it's a lock. It's a sweep.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
Cleveland comes out tired, it's over.
Yeah, I agree.
That's it.
And they've got to be exhausted.
Yeah.
They've got to be exhausted.
Well, if they come out tired, that's it.
We're exactly 24 hours away right now.
I can guarantee you, if it's in their heads that they don't stand a chance to win, it's already over.
No, let's see what happens. All right, so let's do this. Before we go into another topic, we kind of skipped this. So let's find out how our week is going.
Oh, okay.
Because listen,
I got something.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
got something.
Heath, go ahead. You're up.
So, I don't eat junk food very often. Like, 80% of my meals are salads since I found out I was diabetic. So, my thing is, like, I go to McDonald's very infrequently. And when on my way here, I just want to grab something quick so I can get here faster. And the drive-thru line was insane. Like, wrapping around.
That's over here, the local one where we live.
So, I went in.
And there's two.
Yeah, and there's two of them. So, I went in for the first time in easily 10 years, if not more.
Oh, wow. I haven't been in since high school.
And
Not two McDonald's, two
drive-through
lanes.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, I'm sorry. Yes,
So-
I should have said that.
I go inside. When did McDonald's become like year 2030? Like, what do
Really?
you need this massive touchscreen to order for? You can't go up to the register.
You have to order yourself?
Oh, it's an option.
Oh,
But
wow, I didn't even know
you
that.
can't go up to the counter and
That's how
say
often
your
I'm
order
in
anymore.
Yeah, me
McDonald's.
too. I didn't
so
know that.
I'm in line.
I thought you were going to tell me a robot was in there.
I'm in line behind. No. I'm in
Do you want
line
fries
behind
with
this mom and her daughter, right?
Yeah.
And the daughter is just like tapping the screen, but tapping the same shit over and over again, and not understanding why she's not finding what she wants on the menu. And I'm like, really? I'm waiting for this. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing.
Really?
Okay. It's not what you want. Is not tell the girl at the counter what you want. Use your words.
Oh, my God.
Because, like, what are you doing? And even the mom was like, okay, it's just not working. It's not working out. And the daughter was just not, no. She's like, no, I know it. Okay, so this is a young girl who grew up with technology. What the hell is a 70-year-old woman doing at this screen?
I don't know.
Oh, that looks like a burger. Oh, what did I do?
I almost want to go to McDonald's just to see the
You know,
touchscreen.
it's crazy. And then these fast food
Rosie
people,
the maid is going to give you your food.
these fast food people want $15 an hour minimum wage. You don't even have to take the order anymore. Like,
Do
seriously.
you remember, real quick,
Wait,
can I say
wait.
this? Do you remember back in the day when you would go to Burger King and they had the big microphone? And you're
Yeah.
like, yes, can I help you? Yeah, I like to have a Whopper. Whopper!
Whopper with cheese.
Whopper with cheese.
Wait, I don't want any
I
onions.
know.
Okay, no onions.
Yeah, yes.
And you have to hope that they understand what the hell they're saying in the back, because you can't even understand them standing right
Oh
in front
my
of them.
gosh.
So I was like, I got to McDonald's at like I said, like 6:45. I didn't get out of there till almost 7 o'clock.
Really?
Because these people are trying to use this touchscreen to make these orders, and I just get to the counter, I order my thing, it takes 3 seconds. I'm like, really? Is it possible that we've maybe gone too far?
Maybe.
Maybe we need to reel this stuff back. You know what I mean? And another thing, McDonald's, you do not need a piano in your restaurant. There are McDonald's with pianos in their restaurant.
I haven't been to this McDonald's.
No, not this one. But they do have McDonald's with pianos in them.
For what?
When did you get so high class?
Wait.
You're selling Big Macs.
Take your oily, salty hands that you just ate the fries and start playing on that piano.
Well, no, it's an expensive looking piano.
Wait, is it piano for anybody play?
No.
So they have a pianist?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know what hours he works, but you're a fucking McDonald's.
I guess they're trying to make it. I know that they were trying to make it a restaurant style out of it. I mean,
then you need to stop selling Big Macs and McNuggets and stuff like that and start selling actual food. Like Arby's at least has like delicatessen type stuff.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Crazy.
So
roast beef sandwich.
Roast beef.
Extra cheese.
Whoa, I didn't say extra cheese. Is that code for something?
All right, well, that's a good point. So that was your week?
Well, no. My week has been phenomenal. I had mentioned, I think, episode 3, that I had a conversation with the author, Joe Lansdale, best-selling author. Last night, him and his son both officially came into Hustle and Heart as producers.
Oh, congratulations.
So that's amazing. And Joe really likes one of my screenplays, so we're talking about tightening the script. And it already has an actress that really wants to be involved, so that's exciting. And then Colin Bunn, who's my creative executive and an amazing comic book writer, is working on bringing in a ton of other writers. So it's just all of a sudden we have like this media mammoth, you know what I mean? And now, once we have this presentation for me to take out to people, it's unbelievable. I'm so humbled right now. Like, the people that I'm working with are just, I have no right to be even talking to these people.
No, you have right. You've been at it for a while.
Because I've been working my butt off. That's the only reason. Hence the name of the company is Hustle and Heart. Like, because that's all it's been, is Hustle and Heart. I've spent 20 years making relationships with different people that have gotten me to this point. But when you're talking to these people that are so established in their industries, it's very, very humbling. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm having success now, is because I am humble.
Right.
I don't take any of this for granted. You know what I mean? I've earned it at this point. So it's just phenomenal. And then my TV show should go out next week, if not the week after, for pitching, and who knows from that point on. So yeah, it's been an amazing week, except for McDonald's.
Hey, we just wish you luck on it. That's all you can do from it. Right? All right, Mr. Randy, how was your week?
What a busy week. Just the fact of how many packages I have to mail and ship out each day is absolutely ridiculous. My eBay is just going on nonstop. I had a run-in with the postal clerk yesterday in New York City.
I was just going to tell you to make sure you tell this story.
And oh my God, when I have my own envelopes, okay? So, and then I print out my own labels at home, okay? So to avoid, bringing each package in, having them weigh it, put labels on, and stuff like that, just very time consuming. So I print out my own labels at home, affix them to the package, these big manila envelopes, and I just bring all the envelopes to the post office, and they can scan each one of them as I'm going along. So anyway, I go to a post office in New York City, and I have about 15 of these envelopes in a bag.
Good Lord. And
I go up to the clerk, and there's 4 of them there, and they all have that Heath brought it up. They all have that solemn DMV face, like they enjoy working there. Okay? So I go up to her and I'm like, first off, she takes one of my packages and she starts bending it in front of me.
Why?
Okay.
Wait,
that's not common. Okay, the post offices around me. Okay, I go to like 3 or 4 different post offices around me when I'm in the area. Not one of them takes my package and starts bending it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so she's like, then she asked me, "Oh, is it bendable?" And I'm like, "Well, you already bent it." I'm like, I said so, and she's like, "Oh well, she says you can't send this first class, right?
Why?
Because apparently it has to be 3 inches thick in order for you to send it first class. And I go, I print these labels on a website, I said, that's approved by the USPS. I'm like, so nowhere on that page when I'm printing these labels does it say it have to be 3 inches thick.
Right, exactly.
I said, so I don't understand the process. So all you have to do is scan it, have a nice day. Okay? I'm not asking for the world here. And I'm sitting here and I'm arguing with her as she's bending my package. Right? She's like, look,
wait, hold
if
on.
I can bend the package...
You're bending... let's be clear on what package she's bending.
Good Lord.
Please.
Yes,
okay?
the envelope. Well, you said it, so I'm
not
just
even,
clarifying.
Okay.
She,
not even close.
okay. Oh, wow.
All right.
That's small. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, man.
Nice.
That's immortalized on radio.
You so left that one. You left that one open, man.
Wow. Woo.
Let's put it this way. Mine doesn't even ship. So go ahead.
So
I'm so uncomfortable right now.
anyway, twins.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
so
man.
she goes.
Right.
So she's like, as she's continuing to bend the parcel, right? She's like trying to fit it in the slot, and it's going through. And she's like, she goes, "Yeah, you can't." I said, "I already paid for the shipping for these labels." I said they have to go out.
Oh, that's right. That's
Right?
You prepay, yeah.
And she's like, "Well, I'm not scanning them." She
Whoa.
goes, she says, because they don't meet the criteria of a first class package. But you can put them in the blue mailbox out front. She's like, somebody will scan them, and I'm like, so what's the difference?
Yeah, right.
I'm like, either you scan them or whatever. She takes another one of my packages and she starts bending them. I'm like, why are you bending my packages?
Yeah, why?
She was like, look, I can bend them, and I'm like, yeah, and I can also bend you. I'm like, so what's the point?
Why would you
I can't believe he said that.
Why would you say that?
Because you don't take
You
somebody's
threatened her.
goods. She bent my package.
So you can't tell somebody you're going to bend her. Good God.
Wow.
I just heard it. I just heard it.
That's a valid argument.
You don't bend somebody's package.
Dude, I
Without
can't believe,
permission.
I
When
cannot believe
he, when he
you
told me
said-
that, I was like, you
just
said that.
threatened.
I was like, you said that to her?
Yeah. And what she said when you said that?
I meant it like I can bend her. You know what I mean? Like,
No, it's not better.
This podcast is taking a different level.
all right.
Oh,
There's
Lord.
no way to make that statement
Oh, you're gonna have
better.
to find a really good song to come out.
Yeah.
Stop or whatever.
Go ahead.
Okay. So anyway, she takes the
package.
packages that are 3 inches above. Okay.
I swear to God.
You guys suck. You know that?
Whoa, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Use a
So
different
she
word
took
than
those-
package.
Yes, use parcel.
Parcel.
There you go.
All right.
What does package mean all
Well,
the time?
it's just we're immature. What can we do? Go ahead. So let's get back to the. No, we'll be
The
be
fact
fair.
that the bottom
we're talking
line
about
is-
a parcel
the bottom
and
line
you're
is-
3 inches. I got it. Go.
The bottom line is, she took the 6 parcels that were in a box, and then the other parts I had to go drop off in the blue box because she would not scan them.
Now let me ask you something.
She was just
All kidding
lazy.
aside-
She was lazy.
All kidding aside, could that mess up? Like that you put in the blue box. Would that happen where somebody says I'm not scanning these either?
No, they
that
have
happened.
to.
She already told me. She says somebody's going to scan
Then
them.
she was lazy.
Yeah,
So I'm like-
exactly.
so my
That's
point
exactly
was
what it
like,
was.
I was like, I
report
don't
her.
understand.
I would
the-
report her.
Why? What's the point? She's not. I mean, she didn't look like she wanted to be there anyway.
That's why I would report her.
So-
To help her out.
Whatever.
So
But-
that was your week.
Yeah, that kind of capped off my week. But yeah, just very busy with shipping, receiving, stuff like that. So,
Wow.
how was your week?
Well, kidney stone update. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
I've been waiting for this.
This is it,
all
baby.
week. I'm gonna put music just for
I'm
this.
having my ultrasound / really it's a CAT scan. Or
Are
just
you-
call it because I'm
How
giving
many
birth.
months are you?
That's what we're gonna find out. Tomorrow's a big day. It's a CAT scan day. It's a
Will
it's a
you
contrast.
be able to tell if it's a boy or a girl?
We're gonna know. We're gonna know the
Okay.
sex. We're gonna know the
Nice.
size.
Excellent.
It may be bigger than 3 inches there, Randy. And it's gonna be They already said it. They determined it's about 7 millimeters, but we are gonna get exact.
Like millimeters?
Yeah. It's big. It's a big
Jesus.
That's
stone.
like the size of a pearl.
Christ.
Yeah, it's a big stone. So,
Ow.
yeah, I know. That's
Yeah,
harder,
you
right?
don't want that coming out.
Yeah. Well, the good news is I've been pain free for almost a week.
Yeah.
So a lot.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood is right. So a lot of the things that they're talking about is it's very possible that with the amount of water that I've been drinking, I could have been breaking it down, and it could have very well broke in pieces, and I've already been, peeing it out. Not to be graphic, but too late.
Well, it's fine.
So-
'cause the word pee's been in like the last 4 podcast.
Yes.
So let's keep the streak going.
At the end of the next podcast, I should hopefully have an update. But that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to it because I got to do a contrast, which means I got to take this fluid and drink it, and then they're going to give me an IV, and that way they can see everything. So.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. Other than that, I'm having a great week. My anniversary's coming up with the wife, 2 years married, and I'm going to be 11 and a half years together, so I'm happy. I'm a happy man. So,
do we have time?
Congratulations.
Do we have time to do a little bit of wrestling?
Yeah, I think we're not gonna have a time limit.
It goes for as long as it goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can go right into segue to that. Sure.
All right.
Mr. Randy, take it over.
I kind of noticed the other day, and I really didn't notice, was watching SmackDown. Did you notice that the commercials were airing the same? They had like a side view. The match was still going on while the commercials were going on.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant.
Yes, isn't that great?
Absolutely brilliant.
Yes, that's something that they're trying to do to raise the ratings, because they feel that when they go off in these commercials, because if you notice, commercials are longer now.
Yeah.
Or if they're not longer, there's just more of them.
They don't do it all the time.
No, they
do it like the first or second segment.
It's a paid commercial. I just researched this. It's a commercial that they've paid to share the time. So the WWE is actually paying for half of their slot.
So
that's how that works.
Okay.
So they're basically sharing the time.
Well, yeah, because it's
smart.
It's stupid to leave a live match to go to commercials.
And basically, it's another way of advertising without having them verbally. Like, this is brought to you by.
Right.
It is. Here it is. It's great though. I love it. I thought it was phenomenal. I miss the WWE Network when they used to go on commercial and it would be on the WWE Network during commercial.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people forget about that, but that's what they were doing. So when you go to commercial, you'd always have your network.
But it's only SmackDown. They're not doing it on Raw.
No. Well, eventually, we'll see what happens. Raw's
because it's different networks. You have to see if they'll even work it out.
Well, no, it's the same network. It's USA. It's USA.
Wait, SmackDown's on USA?
Yeah, they moved it to USA.
Oh, so
my
both
thing
shows
is,
are on it.
okay, we kind of brought it up last week. The first ever Money in the Bank women's match.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Lots happened.
Do you think that the women selected to be in this match can carry this match? I think you got 2 to 3 weak.
Let's go over the competitors.
Okay.
Okay.
You have Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair, the daughter of Ric Flair. For those of you that are not huge wrestling fans, maybe they haven't been watching.
Right.
It's a generation.
Who's probably the best female athlete.
I'll give you that.
Out of all of them.
So we got Charlotte Flair. We've got Natalia, which is the daughter of Jim Danville Neidhart. For those of you that are not wrestling fans, also the cousin niece of Bret the Hitman Hart.
Right. Also daughter of Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Yep. Okay.
But she's been I don't know if you've been watching some of her matches, but she's been messing up lately.
She's been messing up her whole career. But anyway, I don't think she's that great.
Okay.
She was better when she first came out, but that's my opinion. But
okay.
So we got Carmella.
Okay.
She's new, fairly new. She's okay. She's up and coming. Tamina. And we also have Becky Lynch. And last but not least, who are we missing? We're missing one, right? No, that was it.
That was there. There's 5, but
now they're talking about
maybe Lana.
It's not going to be Lana. I think she's going to fight for the title.
Right.
The same night. All right. So we have 5 competitors. Let's go back to your question. Do we think that these 5 women,
right,
can carry the match? I would have said any other day, maybe years ago, I would have said no. But I'm going to say yes, because the one thing that they're finally doing, even though I don't 100% agree, they're giving these other girls that normally we would assume can't carry this match an opportunity. Let's see what they can do. Give them this platform. This is what they haven't been doing. That, in any other given day, any given Sunday, because it's on a pay-per-view Sunday, it would be the typical Sasha Banks, Bayley, the people that are the money makers, right? We can say that.
Right.
Tamina's not somebody I would have ever thought in a live match. She never even wrestles. Carmella, another one, fragile. Let's see what happens. So I'm gonna say yes. I think that they have to be given a shot. Will it happen? I don't know. I hope it does, because if it doesn't, it's gonna be a flop.
I think 2 weeks ago, they gave you a little taste of it.
Yeah.
On the outside,
that was
when
phenomenal.
they put Natalia through a table. lot of stuff happening outside the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I think they give you a little taste of it. It was okay. You know what I mean?
It got me pumped. I was pumped.
So I'm just concerned because, like I said, Natalia's been messing up a lot lately. She hasn't taken the right falls.
I think she's going to take the bumps. I think Tamina's going to take a bump. I think Charlotte Flair's going to take the high risks.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
I wouldn't expect that.
Oh, yeah, she's phenomenal. She's phenomenal.
Dude,
I mean, the legacy, though. Like,
she's gonna. Yeah, you saw her that one. She
yeah,
does the moonsaults off the top
happen.
rope and
It's gonna happen.
on the outside. And
I would say the one key person in this lineup that be on the lookout for, Carmella. I don't know why. I just have this feeling.
but see,
She's going to do something big.
But see, I would have put some of the Raw women in this match. Like, I would have made it a first ever. If it's going to be historical, why not make it a women's match?
They could have just done another one. They could have done another ladder match and did the other women doing the ladder match. They could have done 2 ladder matches.
I don't know
you
if
can't because that's too much.
I would have
How
done
amazing
one.
would it be if Lita showed up out of nowhere?
She can't because of her
can't
neck
imagine.
injuries. But
Yeah,
but would it be awesome? It would be
Yeah, it'd be
phenomenal.
amazing.
It would be phenomenal. But you know what? There's now. Let me quickly segue because I don't want to go off topic, but it's still on topic. The ladder match should be one of the best, but this is what I think is going to be better than that. They are announcing a 30 woman tournament, first ever in a very long time, and it's called a Mae Young tournament. They're doing like the Dusty Rhodes tournament,
And the winner gets a hand?
No, that would be funny. But let me tell you, they're
The trophy is the golden hand.
signing a lot of independent women wrestlers, and I encourage anybody who's a wrestling fan, take a look online. I can't even tell you half of the names. I know them because I've seen them on tape. These women that are coming up, they're about to do another shakeup with the women division. They're gonna promote more girls from NXT to Raw and SmackDown, and these new girls that are coming up are going to now be in NXT. They're growing the women's division. I mean, not like just a regular grow, not a revolution. They're growing. You're going to have, at one point, if it's what I think it's going to be, you're going to have almost like 30 women in this division. That's phenomenal. They need their own show. I've said this. They need their own show. You can't mix them with the guys. It's time for their own show.
Well, until they have that 30-woman roster, there's no way they have their own show.
Well, not now. I'm just talking in the future. I want to see a tag team division. We grew up with that.
Right.
The Jumping Bob Angels, the Glamour Girls. We grew up with that type of tag team mystique. And back then, Jumping Bob Angels were these high flyers and technical wrestlers. We didn't see that. We grew up with Moolah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to see a tag team division. Hell, I want to see the hardcore title. Let's go segue back to the men. I want the hardcore title back, the 24-hour hardcore belt. I want to see something like that. Wrestling needs a jolt. And the problem that wrestling is having right now with their ratings is that they're not able to get the best things out of their wrestlers, and they're spending so much time outside of the ring that if you're going to at least do that, bring the hardcore title. How many times matches were going on that you didn't even expect to happen? It was fun. Make something fun out of it.
When Crash Holly had to defend the
I remember when he
in
hit
his sleep.
Yeah, and he paid somebody.
They put the one finger on him.
Yeah, I mean, wrestling it's on its own leg. You know what I mean? So, I mean, what do you think about the women's division?
Actually, I have another topic. If
You want another topic?
Yeah, you can go back into that, but I thought you.
No, go ahead. You can go right into the topic. Go ahead. I want to end it with his. What do you think? Who's going to win the top? Who's going to win the ladder match?
I don't know. I like Tamina actually getting the shot. I think Tamina.
I agree with that.
I think it's quite possible at this at this point she's paid her dues, and that she I think she'll take a couple of good bumps and all of a sudden one of these highlights of the matches I think she's the one that actually grabs it. On another front, for wrestling, I do like the fact of giving Samoa Joe a shot against Brock Lesnar.
Love that. Love it.
Didn't see it coming.
And I love the way they ended that match.
I love the fact that we were under the assumption it was going to be Rollins or Reigns going up against Lesnar. Just to throw Samoa Joe in there and giving him more of like a brute mentality.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Oh my God! How many Superman punches did he have to throw in that match? He could not stop with those stupid Superman punches.
That's the only move he has.
It was horrible.
That's why it's going to be impossible to put him over.
It was just like enough. I'm so glad he didn't even.
And it's not even part of the. And it's not even every single time he does it. Michael Cole has to say it. I think he loves saying it.
Yes.
I think he does. It's so stupid. Oh my God! But I like the fact I do like the fact that they're giving other wrestlers a shot, and the title, the Universal title, we haven't seen him since WrestleMania. He's been out, you know what I mean, doing whatever, and what are the wrestlers wrestling for? You know what I mean? Like, if the title is not around, you're gonna give it to a part timer, you know what I mean? Great, but what are these wrestlers wrestling for? You know what I mean? So I do like the fact that they're giving some of these other guys a shot at trying to beat Lesnar and stuff, but I don't see Lesnar losing to Samoa Joe either. So another thing I wanted to bring up in wrestling real quick is the fact of paying homage to older wrestlers. Okay, certain points it's becoming very, very cheesy, and what I mean is, you got Natalya coming out saying she's the best there was, the best there ever will be. Okay? You really got to rip off, Bret Hart's thing. You know what I mean? Like, you can't come up with something yourself.
Well, she's as bad as you guys are saying. She needs to obviously live off that legacy.
Yeah, but my thing is, like, it comes off as cheese, right?
It comes off as cheese because you know it. But to new people, they don't know that. They don't know what she's referring to. Look at the kids in the audience. They don't know. They're hearing it for the first time. So, I mean,
it's true. But but a lot of wrestling fans know what it is.
Yeah, but doesn't Ric Flair's
So,
daughter do the woo?
She does, but
and the slaps.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But to me, for her, it doesn't come off as cheesy.
Well, I mean,
okay.
It's different. Saying the girl is not good at it is different than saying she shouldn't do it. Didn't The Rock, when he came up, didn't he do stuff that his dad did? Like, legacies are passed on. Dusty Rhodes, his kids. But my thing
is, you know what I mean. If you're gonna pay homage to a past wrestler, you know what I mean. Do it without it being cheesy. Okay. Sasha Banks comes out. She wears a piece of Eddie Guerrero's clothing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because that was like her favorite wrestler growing up.
Yeah.
That's cool. You know what I mean? She does a frog splash in his on. That's cool. You know what I mean? But she's not gonna, go out and come out in a car that bounces up and down.
Doesn't that girl have the sharpshooper? The one that
Natalya also. Yeah, she's
but
that also.
But that's what I'm saying.
But leave it at that. Then leave it at that. Yeah. You know what I mean? You don't need the saying.
If she's not,
what I'm saying.
If she's not good enough to rise on her own, they're gonna make her use Bret Hart stuff. They're just going to. They're gonna push. You don't even know if that's her decision. They might be just shoving it down people's throats because they want to get her over.
I really hope not, because, like you said, Charlotte Flair, but she almost kind of made it her own. Like, obviously, her father has the thing or whatever. But it was just something I wanted to bring up that I noticed, and and the crowd actually reacts to that. You know what I mean? So as soon as they start seeing cheese or whatever, they come out, they start booing the character. But all right, I just kind of wanted to bring that up a little bit. But you had something to add on a different topic?
I'm ready to go into rants because we're at almost 90 minutes now, so we should wrap it up. But my rant is, what is the deal with Tanaka playing like a number 4 and Sabathia playing like an ace? Alright? Sabathia should be on the tail end of his career, not winning 5 straight games. I love it. You know what I mean? It's amazing. for him to be doing it. He's doing what Pettit did in his final season, where he's pitching some of his best baseball. You know what I mean? But on the other side of it, you got Tanaka, who was pitching like garbage. He's just letting runs up left and right. I mean, he's supposed to be our ace. He was so dominant in spring training. So what happened? And does that come down to the Yankees not having him, not pushing for him to get the Tommy John surgery when he should have? You know what I mean? Because every time a player seems to get that, they tend to come back stronger than they were beforehand. You know what I mean? So why did you put that off? Is he pitching with that in the back of his mind now? Is it somehow playing with his pitching? You know what I mean? Can he not hit the slider like he wants to? Yeah, what is the case?
I don't mean to cut you off on your rant because
I'm actually asking.
We don't do that. But like 3 starts ago, he was playing Boston, and it was lights out. He pitched a complete game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe that was a mistake.
1 hit, 2 hits. You know what I mean? I think it's possible that they're wearing him out. Okay. They're treating him as a number 1, when in fact, in reality, he's not a number 1.
He's never shown it.
And he should be more of like, a low end 2 or a high 3.
Yeah.
Okay. But they don't have a choice. You know what I mean? This is the pitching rotation they have. And he is the best out of the 5 or 6 starters that they do have.
He's not looking like it.
Okay, so they put him at the number 1. Them getting stuff out of CC, okay, is amazing. I don't think
no one expected
if you honestly what you want, from top to bottom is your number 1 starter is your ace, your shutdown guy.
Yeah.
Okay? And you're expecting him to win between 15 to 20 games a season, okay? Maybe have a anywhere from like an 18-5-ish record, you know what I mean? And then your number 2 guy, you kind of want in the 15 win range, maybe like a 15-7 or 15-5.
With the number 3, you're happy a little bit over 500.
15-10.
Yeah.
Okay. Your 4th, you want about 500.
Yeah.
And your 5th guy, you're expecting a loss over win record.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but this is reversed now. Okay, that the Yankees got their back end rotation. Okay,
is better
than the first than the front.
Yeah.
So is it pressure they're putting on Tanaka? Is it fatigue?
I think it comes down to the arm not being right.
And it's probably a combination of everything. So
and now, like, do you think that the Yankees, because of the pitching situation and them being where they never expected to be at this point, they didn't expect to be in first place? And if the pitching is the issue, do they go and trade some of these young guys that none of us want them to trade because of a pitcher? Because you know how Yankees are. Unfortunately, it's win now.
I don't think if they're going to trade anybody, they're going to trade, they're going to trade a Torreyes.
See, I don't want that. He's our third baseman of the future.
Everybody knows Headley's going to be at the end of his career.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so. But they're not getting rid of Judge. They're not getting rid of Sanchez. They're not getting rid of Severino.
I don't even necessarily mean guys that are up now. I mean guys that are in our minors and doing really well that we can expect to carry us for a long time.
Well, we still have the rest of this month, okay, to see who's pretty much out of it and see what pitching is kind of available. So we'll kind of see what's going on with that. But
the thing is, I don't even think an ace will be available, like a true ace, which is what we need.
No, but I mean if a number 2 becomes available,
that might be
by all means, you know what I mean?
I think,
and maybe your 2 ends up rising up, just a little bit. Somebody from the National League, that's new to everybody. And,
I think it'll be what Cashman usually does. It'll be number 3 or 4 that nobody expects great things out of, and they end up pitching like a 2.
All right.
But do you have a rant? We're on our rants right now.
You on your rants?
Yes.
I guess my rant was the cheese of copying older wrestlers, and they're like paying homage to them. There's a difference between paying homage to them and ripping them off.
Give me an example.
You know what I mean? I brought it up in the podcast, but I mean as my rant. But like Natalya using Bret Hart's "best there is, best there what." You know what I mean? Like she already has the sharpshooter. Leave it at that. As an example, that comes off as cheese. Okay, so instead of Charlotte, using the figure 4 and turning it into a figure 8, you know what I mean, and then the Wu chants and stuff like that. I think that's more homage rather than Natalia's, you know what I mean, because it just comes off so weird with her.
Right.
It rubbed me the wrong way. So, but that was mine.
All right, cool. I mean, mine this week is actually, I'll be honest with you, I don't really have a formal rant, more of just a statement, I'll say with that. And mine is really just off of how sports are in general. So I guess it is kind of a rant. Never mind. Let me go back. Because I thought it was going to be a statement, but now that I think about it, I can rant about it.
But I digress.
There you go. Yeah. It's just the way the whole sports and social media, how they mix. And I think I touched base on this with the Tiger Woods situation.
Yeah, it's definitely a longer discussion that we should have.
Yeah. The bottom line is this: sports are made up of athletes. Athletes can be considered as idols, heroes, what have you. But the thing is that, you know what, when you're in that limelight, when you're paid to do something that you're good at, you have to remember what got you there. And I think that a lot of these players, even the ones that are good, forget that. And they allow the social media to take and grab hold of what they used to be, and they make them out to be something that I don't think they really want to be, but they're forced to be. Does that make sense? But I think that a lot of these athletes really need to understand that people like you, Randy, you, Heath, me, myself, Angel, we look up to some of these athletes because we respect them. And we don't we do. We respect them to a certain degree, but we don't want to be them. Mm-hmm. We'd like to achieve the same heights as they would. Like, for example, maybe not in sports, you want to be a writer. You've done 20 years of research, of grinding, of doing everything you can to get your name out, and you're starting to feel all that work is starting to pay off. That is gratitude. That is hustle and heart. That is Heath.
Yeah.
Randy didn't just come off high school and all of a sudden wanted to be in jewelry. He was born bred, but he stuck with it. He's getting better with it. He's got a clientele. He's got a base. Mm-hmm. I've always wanted to be an announcer. I never got to do that, but you know what? I'm doing a podcast. I love it. But you have to remember where you came from. You have to remember what you love to do. Don't allow the garbage around you, the social media, to grab hold of you. Take that negative part of you and make you something that you're not. And I think that's pretty much my rant. I think that if you're an athlete and you're listening to our podcast and you're maybe looking at us and saying, "Man, who the heck are these guys?" Well, we're 3 guys that have been around long enough to be good friends. We talk about issues. We agree, we disagree, but we don't forget where we come from, and we never will. I don't think we will. I think we're going to be one of those people that love what we do. We have a good time doing it, but we will just don't forget where you come from, and don't let the haters and all the trolls and all that, allow you to take the wrong road. I don't know. That's my rant.
Oh, that's good. It makes sense, and we should definitely touch on that more next episode.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I it's just something that I'm sick and tired of flipping the channels, and I think that guy on ESPN got me that way. I can't even say his name because every time it's almost like my kidney stone.
Yeah.
It's like painful. Every time he talks, I want to just pee him out.
Wow. Didn't see that going
there. Right? There we go. All right, well, listen.
Take us out.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about we have our Twitter.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's your thing.
Follow us on Twitter. It should be our thing.
You're good at
it. Or email us. Give us some topics to talk about at wemayrant@gmail.com. Get involved in the conversation. Tell us what we're wrong about, what we're right about. Give us your top 10 players. Give us our comments on LeBron. Give us what you think is going to happen with the finals. Tell us how crazy Randy is.
You're right. Topics, though. Topics are important.
Topics are important. We want you guys to be involved, and by feeding us topics, we're going to be talking about what you want us to talk about, so that's important.
And you know what I want to add, too? This is one thing that I think we definitely should make an oath on right here, right now. I know that when I've ever joined a Twitter feed, especially when you're on WWE, and they're like, send us all your questions. No matter how many times I send a question that I think is good, they never say my name. So I'm telling you right here, right now,
Oh, no, yeah.
You submit a question we will get to it.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
we will give you that shout out. You will have it. I don't care how many we have to do. It will happen because that, you know what, without them, we're not here.
It may not be that next show, but over time, yes, we will reach out to everybody.
I think we definitely got to do that. We got to appeal to the people.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
This show will be that much better with interaction. You know what I mean? With back and forth with the fans, where we're not just relying on ourselves to find out what we want to talk about and what might be enraging us. Like, we want to hear from you. Maybe there's something particular in your neck of the woods somewhere across the country that we aren't notified about. You know what I mean? We can't pay attention to everything that's happening around the world.
And it's not all sports too.
Lives.
It's not all sports. Let's clarify that too, because we just talked about DC and everything like that. A rant is a rant.
Mm-hmm. I know I'm open for it. I don't want to speak for these guys, but if we start getting topics that may be off sports, maybe we do special episodes that are actually labeled as off topic.
That's fine.
You know what I mean, and give these guys opportunities to also discuss those type of things. Like, the biggest thing is we're three guys. We're three friends. We're all integrated into one another's lives and have been for a long time, and we want you guys to feel like you're part of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we will discuss things that are important to you. We're not going to just ignore what you're sending us, and we want you guys to feel like you're part of the show. So,
and any topic that you think is not the right topic is probably going to be the best topic.
No,
just bring out a topic, because a topic's a topic, period.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Wow, Heath. That was touching. They got me right here. It was.
And the sad part is he's not. I don't want to clarify what he's touching right now.
All right.
Oh God! Here we go with the package again.
You said package. I didn't say package.
We almost made it through the last half hour without the word package.
That's it. Well, listen, man. As always, it's always a pleasure. Randy, enjoy your week. Heath, enjoy your week.
Thank you.
This is Angel. We may rant. Do it again next week, right?
Yes.
Game 4. Is it going to be a sweep or is it going to be a?
Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? I could really use a wish right now, wish right now, wish right now. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? I could really use a wish right now, wish right now, wish right now.
Mixleak.com.
Let's pretend like it's 98. Like I'm eating lunch off a styrofoam tray. Trying to be the next rapper coming out the A. Hoping for a record deal to ignore my pain.
I thought the countdown was so you would start talking.
I was looking at the door.
Why are we recording nothing?
No, you said you wanted a certain amount of length of time for the music.
I can just
start over.
No, it's fine.
Just stay,
I have not started that way. Because I had an intro ready to go.
He could just
This
edit
is
it
good to
out.
go now.
No, I'm not. I had an intro ready to go.
No.
Come on.
Come on, our intros are classic.